guys, welcome back to our channel.
Okay, after meeting our parents and going back home to Andhra, I told my mom and dad that I have a girlfriend and I'm serious about her. I told them earlier that she's just a friend, and now I've just upgraded her to girlfriend. And they were I knew this would happen. I knew this. I told you our son will do like this way. My mom went on and all that, and she was really pissed off. I thought my side of the family would be a piece of cake, given the fact that
It actually went reverse.
yeah, I thought being the only son, and they love me so much, they do so much for me, and they sacrifice so much for me. I thought
He had too much confidence on his parents, and that's why he said, first let me come and meet your parents. You are the one who's not going to tell your parents. You first tell your parents. So that's why I arranged for the friendly meeting with my parents, and after that he told his parents and he got the shock of his life.
they said no, it's not happening. And that's never going to work out and all that. They started giving me a lot of counseling and reasoning and sense into my head.
Examples.
And I was like, no, I love her and I'm going to marry her. They were so shocked. What do you know? You're still so young. And
He was like, this is love. And they were like, there's nothing called love. This is what parents say, right?
Then they started fighting. It's because of you, and the blame game started and all that. So it was all a haywire, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to
He was in a complete shock because the response was something that he didn't expect at all.
I did think they would argue with me a little bit. They would like come up with some reason, and they would disagree initially, but I never thought they'd be so upset about it.
Yeah, the initial response itself was a big no. Like they were not trying to reason, they were not trying to
Understand my situation or my love and all that. It doesn't work like that way. So basically the idea of Islam and all that seems to have hit them pretty bad.
Oh no!
I don't know which point of time in their life they've come across this, but
they were not exposed to many Muslims in their life, and they were not exposed. See, there are different kinds of Muslims in the world, and in each region people follow different kind of practices, people have different beliefs, the way they brought up, the kind of education they got, the kind of exposure they got in their life, everything plays an important role in a person's life, right? Like you might have met a different kind of Muslim, I might have been a different kind of Muslim, so everything matters, right?
I don't have a choice about changing their mind and opinion they already have, so I couldn't do that. I tried explaining to them, no, it's love and it's important and she's important to me and I really love her. I tried everything, but it just did not get into them. They were like, they were not able to understand why I love her. They said, you have to forget her and all that, and my mom immediately that very night, I think she gave her a call. She was trying to be sweet with her and said that if you get converted to Christianity, then I'd love to have you as my daughter-in-law. Otherwise, please forget my son.
Yeah.
I think this was clear-cut instructions to her, and I said, Ma,
he already told his parents that I will not get converted, and this pissed them off really. This was something that, we believed in right from the beginning. Right from our school days, we were very clear that none of us were going to get converted. So there were no second thoughts about that. Just because parents are pressurizing us, we did not, pressurize each other. Maybe I would have done it sometimes at a later stage, but he's never done it. He's never done it.
She's never, put pressure on me or anything like that.
I have done it.
When she's like, being choked too much, that's when she like releases a little bit of steam, but then she's a very sweet.
But from his side, he was actually very clear that I should never get converted, and he always tells me that I should not get converted. When his parents ask him to, ask me to get converted, he'll call me up and say, you don't get converted at all. My parents are saying like this, but you're never going to get converted no matter who says it.
Yeah, because from your childhood till you're 25 or 22, whatever, you've been raised up in one religion and one practice, one way of life and everything. So if you're going to leave all that just because you met someone else in your life, every religion is beautiful. You can find goodness in everything. You can practice things from other religion. I like some things. I like the way they pray. it's very, very profound. I feel they really worship, they really bow down and worship to the flow, to the, that's very solid. I like, so there are beautiful things there. She likes the singing in my religion. She comes to church and she listens to the music and all that, and she's like thrilled. Oh, she says this is beautiful.
We don't
music.
enjoy music and dance so much in our religion, but when I go to church or when I meet his people, they sing beautiful songs, about God, about the kindness of God, not exactly Jesus songs, generally about God, and it's really enjoyable. It really gives you that spiritual feeling, which is more important than being religious.
So we love each other, we find the good qualities in each other. So I don't think you should leave something that you follow all your life till the age of 25.
Even if you leave that, and even if you get converted, I'm sure you're not going to be truthful to yourself or to the religion you're getting converted to.
My concept is simple. If she's going to leave that, then she'll leave me any day. 25 years. Who am I? Like what? 5 years, 6 years, maybe 8 years at that point of time we've known each other. So how long will it take for her to just leave me for someone else? So that's the most important thing. So I never want her to convert. I never want her to change, because I love this person. I loved her the way she was. I loved her qualities. Especially, I forgot to mention few things. Like some of the things, she loved to give alms to the poor. So even whether it's at railway station or the bus stands or wherever
whatever pocket money I get, I always give some out of it to the poor. Wherever I see, whenever we go out on dates, when I see beggars or some poor people, immediately we give them some money.
That's a very good habit. So those things should not change, right? You fell in love with all those small things. You want those qualities to be retained, and you can't teach a person that quality, right? No, you should do this, no, you should do that.
So when this mom called me and when she told me this, that I should get converted, otherwise it's not going to happen, I don't know, my immediate response was, sorry auntie, I'm not going to get converted at any cost. And we have spoken about this and we have decided on this. Danton also knows this, so this is what we are going to do. She was actually taken aback and she was shocked, because maybe she expected me to get frightened, she expected me to get scared. I'm definitely not that kind of a person. So that itself came as a shocker to them, because they are in a very small town. They live in a very small town with limited population, and the way they bring up girls, or I don't know, the kind of girls they meet, they are all very different from what we see here and how I've been brought up. I've been brought up with a lot of freedom, with a lot of confidence. I always, speak straight, just speak my heart out. It's like that to me always. So when his mom asked me this, I just told her on her face, I'm not going to get converted, and she got very pissed off. And then later that night, he was facing the music for that.
So after getting a lot of advice and making a lot of promises to my parents, which I was very reluctant. I tried to tell them, no, I am going to love this girl and I will take it forward and all that. They were refusing to accept that, and they said, no, you have to let it go, you have to stop it, promise on God that you'll stop all this and all that. I said, see, you want me to make a promise that I will not keep. How do you expect me to do that? They said, no, you have to promise. I said, okay, more than this I can't explain. I don't say my parents are wrong, because the surrounding, the environment, the society in which they live, they are right on their part to feel like this way. I never say they are wrong, because they gave me the best of the best, and I will always take their side no matter what, because they've always been there for me and they really raised me up with all the best things ever. So at the same time, I gave her my word that I will be with her no matter what. So I was ready to take it to the last step together. So I was in no state going to leave her out of the situation, but then circumstances turned bad later. Really bad for us. So going ahead, I told my parents I got to go join my next ship. My family came to know about the situation and I was facing the wrath of it. And I came to Chennai again, and she already got placed in a college itself in 2 companies. So she had to decide which company, or you already decided by that?
I think I was already placed in Wipro and Flextronics, and my parents asked me to choose Wipro, so I opted for Wipro.
Okay, so
you should listen to your parents also sometimes, right? This offer, I just gave it to them. Okay, you choose the company, I'll choose the boy.
Mischief. So,
So after graduation, I got the call from Wipro to join. I think it was on January 14th. Actually, I wanted to tell my parents that he's my boyfriend before joining the company itself. But the situation was not good because he was facing a lot of music from his parents, and I didn't want to reveal this at that point of time. And we didn't want to get pressurized from both the sides at the same time. So I waited and waited and waited until his parents came down a little, or stopped torturing him so much about this, or stopped talking about this topic. And by that time, it was already time for me to join the company. So I joined Wipro. And once I joined Wipro, my first day was over. And I think you came to office on the first day, right?
Yeah.
In the evening,
her parents dropped her.
Yeah, morning my parents dropped me, and he came to meet me in the evening before I could go home. And he was like telling me, you got to tell your parents, because it's already been more than a month since he told his parents, but still I didn't tell my parents that time. So he was telling me, you have to tell your parents, because anytime my mom can call your dad, she has already called you, and anytime she can call your dad.
Yeah, it's better for your
Yeah, it's
you
better
tell your
if
parents
you
then.
tell your parents rather than them hearing it from my parents. Then it would become a really bad scene, and since I have already met them in person and all that, it would really spoil my reputation. So please go and tell your parents no matter what happens. So I was standing at the entrance of Wipro arguing with him for more than an hour regarding this. I was telling him, Danton, how can you tell me suddenly go tell your parents? I haven't prepared my mind, I haven't thought about it, and all of a sudden I cannot go tell my dad, right? He's my boyfriend. But he didn't listen to me at all.
I didn't want to torture her. At the same time, it was serious. My mother was about
Yeah,
to
we
call
were
her.
actually frightened about his parents. That was the main reason.
I didn't
we
want
did.
to start on the wrong note.
Yeah, so at last I said, okay, anyways, I really didn't want to take it to my parents on the first day of joining Wipro. This will really create a bad impression about me, right? But what to do? I was forced to do that.
And so a self-dependent girl who has passed out of college and got a job in Wipro
Yeah,
and started
they
working.
might think that this is the reason why I'm, bringing this boyfriend topic up on the first day of getting a job. Yeah, first day of work. It'll feel like as if I've become independent now, I want to move out and all that. So it was not the case. So the situation was like that. And that day evening, when I went back home, I called my parents to the room and I told them that you already know this guy. So he's my boyfriend. I'm in love with him. And we are very serious about this relationship. He has already told his parents. I told them everything. His parents are not very supportive. So we have to wait and see what happens. So my parents were actually shocked.
Yeah, and I got a call that night, I think, and we said we'll plan a meeting. We have to talk this face to face.
Oh, that night itself my dad called you.
Yeah, we need to talk face to face and all that. So we decided to have a meeting. So
Like my dad did not have any doubts on me. I told my dad he was my friend. So he did not really bother about that. And later when I told him that he is my boyfriend, he had to act accordingly, right? So he said, okay, let's meet up once again. Let me see her boyfriend properly.